The Ceridian-UCLA Pulse of Commerce was up 1.7% in July, which is a very favorable number, almost completely offsetting a 1.9% decline in June. When we released the June number, we explained it wasn't as bad as it appeared. It was abnormally low because the Memorial Day negative effect on trucking leaked into June because Memorial Day was the 31st, Monday, the very last day of May. And furthermore, when we looked at the details, the second half of June was stronger than the first half. That more optimistic take on June has now been confirmed with the July data, which is up a nice number at 1.7%. That number substantially eliminates great concern about the double dip, but it isn't yet enough to make us optimistic about the second half because we're still below the May number. At the end of July, the Pulse of Commerce was still below the May number. In order to be optimistic about the second quarter and going forward for the rest of the year, we're going to need a much stronger numbers in the next 2 months, in August and September. Hopefully that's what will occur.
As time goes by and as we refine this index, it's become pretty clear that this is a meaningful, reliable, early indicator of the direction of the U.S. economy. For example, last month, based on the index, we predicted that GDP growth for the second quarter would be a below consensus number of 2.5%. When the government released the number, it actually came out at 2.4%, so we basically hit it on the head. So you might ask, what does this mean for the third quarter and for July? July, we think industrial production will be up about 0.7%, which is a reasonably good number. For the third quarter, if trends continue as they had in July, GDP growth will be roughly 5%, which is a relatively good number. But that is dependent on August and September being relatively equivalent with the July number.